Good morning, everybody. It's a very gloomy day over here. Very gloomy day. Just trying to load the dishwasher before I make coffee on this very gloomy day. So gloomy. I usually load the dishwasher at night before I go to bed. I don't know why I didn't last night. Hey, Grace. But I'm doing it now. Morning. What are we yaying? I missed something. Yay? Have you read the Disney Villains book series? Some of them, yeah. We read one for book club last year. Which one did we read for book club last year, you guys? The Stepsisters one? We did not like it at first, and then it got really good. Brandon currently believes your hand delivering slime to him. Yes. I will at some point. That day is not today, but at some point that will happen. I can't promise when it will be, but it will be. We read the Stepsisters. Oh, that's exciting, Anya. We read the Stepsisters book, yeah, last year for book club. And when I tell you, we started it and we were like, okay, well, it's kind of going okay. It's not great, but it's an okay book, so we'll just finish it because, book club, whatever, like that. And then about halfway through, we were all like in tears. We loved it so much. I want to say it was around March last year. Something like that. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but something like that. Science is so tricky. It tricked me today into reading all day, every day. Yes, it's true. I had a teacher once who said to me, and in high school, he said, no matter what, I ordered the first one in the series. I heard they're even better. Oh, really? I don't remember why we got the one we got. It was really good. The teacher said to me, no matter what you're planning to do in life, just make sure that you do really well in English class. And he said, even if you want to be in math or in science, or if you want to have a computer science job, or you want to do this, that, the other, he said, no matter what job you have, you're going to need to be able to write and read people's emails to and from you, and you're going to need to be able to communicate with people in a cohesive way. So no matter, he was a music teacher. He was not even an English teacher. He was like, I'm your music teacher, but what I'm telling you is you better frickin' pay attention in English class. And he was right. Yeah. I always aced in college. Oh, no. I can't say because I've been meeting in 10 minutes. Boo. Boo meetings. No. We don't like them. Kick them in the face. I would have listened if my music teacher had said that to me. My music teacher was phenomenal. Big fan. Big fan. So many meetings today. Oof, that sucks. I'm a big fan of my music teacher. He is a great guy. We are still in touch, actually. I'm in touch with two of my teachers from high school that I was really close to in high school, and I have even gone out to brunch with one of them as an adult. Because she's cool. She changed my life, made everything good when I was in high school, so. Your gasoline butter slime just got me through 2 boring meetings. Yes, Catherine, yes. Gasoline butter gets me through everything. I think people think I'm exaggerating when I say that, but I wish you guys could see me when I'm doing like menial tasks. I always just have it like this. It's true. Like, if I'm at the computer, and I don't like being at the computer, you guys. I'm not that person. Like, I just don't like sitting at the computer and having to do stuff like that. So I need something to keep me focused, you know? I wish I loved gasoline like y'all do. We'll find you one, Claire. Don't worry. I still talk to... Wait, that went too fast. I still talk to my high school chem teacher, and I send him scholarships. That's so cute. I saw my elementary school music teacher in my family party last weekend. That's amazing. I wish I could take the gasoline slime to work. I work from home Monday, and it made my day better. It does. I ripped off a piece of my popcorn scented slime, and I've been doing that today. Yep. Yeah. It's okay, Claire. We will find you. We'll find your oceans. Oh, well, we need to make you a bigger one of that then. That's doable. There's going to be more of that kind of sampler pack in the next restock. So fear not. You will get a replenish. Don't worry. Honestly, I think I've told you guys this before, but I'm not generally a laundry scent fan. Not a fan of laundry in real life, not a fan of laundry scents generally and things like that. But the Laundry Day scent that I used for the unconventional sampler pack, that one was actually good. Like, coming from a person who's not into laundry scents, that's kind of high praise, you know what I mean? So consider giving that one a go if you're a laundry fan, because if even I like it, it's probably the best one. So I have to be honest, the new gasoline slime scent was not my cup of tea. That's fair. Are you talking about the LA Rain one, or are you talking about 3.0? That's the question, Amanda, because they are different. And everyone has a different opinion of them as well, which is totally fine. I have to try it because I do not like laundry smells everything. Me either, Grace. Maybe if I have a sampler, Grace, I'll put it in your grabs. The LA Rain one, that's fair. That was a really specific thing. So, but Gas 3.0 you do like, Amanda? Or you didn't try Gas 3.0? Hello, darling. Whoa, look at you, so clean boy. Clean boy, good hair. It is dark out today. Morning, Cass. The LA Rain one was actually made as a present for one of my friends, who specifically asked if I could possibly put that together for her. I haven't had any but the LA Rain, I would think. Yeah, the plain one I like better as well. I'm actually not into the dirt. Yes, strawberry cup today. I'm not into the dirt and whatever scents, so the LA Rain one isn't for me, but for the people who like those scents, it's been quite popular. I'm not one of those people. I need just the straight plain ones for me, but you know, everyone is different things. Huh?
What does LA Rain smell like?
It's got the gasoline blend in it, but then it also has burnt rubber and asphalt and dirt. So like,
where it's rain.
What?
Where's
Oh,
that?
and rain, of course. But it's supposed to be like what LA smells like after the rain.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nobody left? That smells fun.
I don't think so, but I'm going to be remaking it because a lot of people wanted more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just let me smell it.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those.
No, of course. I didn't figure you'd want one. No! Well, anyway, I made you a delicious coffee. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee. Whoa! Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee. It is hard for me as well, unblended. I agree. LA Rain clean with no smog. Yeah, right. True. I think you need Grease Lightning Grab Bag Monthly Slime. We did that last month, didn't we? Now give me, or this month, I mean, now give me a laundry scented one and I won't put it down. Yeah, we did Gasoline Grab Bag this month, didn't we? Or did I imagine that? I really thought we did. Cass, what color is it? If you tell me what color it is, I can tell you. Yes, you're set for Reptar Shale. You can kill yours. Don't worry. You're getting 3, I think, Shelly. Blue. The blue one is Gas 3.0, Cass. Yeah, light blue is Gas 3.0. I've been making them different colors to try to remember the different blends that every month these have. Well, there will be a gasoline slime in the restock anyway, so don't worry about that. 5. Okay, 5. 5 Reptar cereals. We're making a very large batch of Reptar cereal, so don't even sweat it. I just got the crumbles in to make it. The reason that I haven't... Yes, one for good measure. The reason that I have not yet made Reptar cereals batch yet... Me too, Claire. Is because I was waiting on the rainbow crumbles. I like to add them when it's being made. I don't know why. Like, I feel like you could add it later, but I don't know. I just wanted to add it when it was being made. And so I haven't made that one yet, but maybe I'll make it on live tomorrow or something like that. You need to experience Reptar. Yes. The great thing about this month is, like I said, I did the polls. I counted everybody who wanted each thing. So there should be no, Shira, she had a lost package, so she's getting some Reptars as a replacement. There should be no one on Patreon in this restock who doesn't get the slime they wanted, as long as they participated in the polls. If you didn't participate in the polls, I will not take the complaint, because I tried. I forgot to say I've been using monthly slime and switching to soft buddies. It is a good feeling, right? To have like a pokey slime and then a soft slime. Wait, also no, because you sent me some and sent me ones for the last restock. We'll figure it out, Shelly. I'm not worried. Morning, AC. AC, I figured out a new thing for our video tonight, or this morning. I was literally waking up, and what I'm gonna do for my part of our video, guys, in case you don't know, Arbitrary Canary and I are making a super secret video with a couple of other slimers. And I thought of a new thing you're right, I should, Brittany, I should. I thought of a new thing for our video, what I want to do. I think I'm going to do it today. It just hit me. It was like, oh, that's the one. Yeah, it is going to be funny, Cass. Especially because it's so anti-sticky, I've become okay with clear slime just like me. It's true. Going back and forth works really well. Me too, Shelly. I think they all have their place, right? Yeah. And I also promise everybody I will have a restock date by the end of this week, because I finally got in the colorant for Supernova Girl. Bye, Shelly. See you later. Oh, amazing, AC. Amazing. I got the colorant in for Supernova Girl. I got the crumbles in for Reptar cereal, so we are rock and rolling. Is there a texture you really don't care for? I generally don't like jiggly slimes. Supernova Girl is going to be a jelly slime in this restock. It wasn't last time, but we voted to have it be one in this restock because we already had a plain clear slime in this restock. So there's no reason to have just 2 plain clears, because, you know, we wanted to make as many texture varieties as possible. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that, Cass. It's just those like really oily, weird, jiggly slimes that I can't take. My tree and my sweatshirt do match. You're right. Oh my gosh, that is funny. I didn't even think about that. Amazing. You know, I've never had a Rotom slime. I think except for the ones that AC sent me. I have to look in that. No, Grace, I didn't. You're jealous? Oh, Lainey, don't be jealous. I think the Korean glue. Yeah, I believe it, Claire. I totally believe it. Can you explain how book club works, please? Was trying to underscore. Oh, yes, of course. So book club is super fun. We come on here every morning except for Sundays, unless I have something really important going on. And we read a book. We make each other suggestions, and I read aloud for the mornings, but we talk about the books. Depending on what book it is, the discussions vary quite considerably. Anyone who was here when we were reading The Circus Train, the discussion on that took a much more serious bent than when we were reading Key Ridge and everyone was laughing all the time. You know what I mean? Like, so it just depends. We also always give each other recommendations. I always take suggestions on what everyone wants the next book to be. And I post replays of the readings on YouTube in case anybody misses a day and they want to catch up there. It's totally doable. It's kind of like having an audiobook that you can discuss with, which is is a lot of fun. We've been doing it for literally a year now, so that's kind of amazing. We literally had our year anniversary last week of book club, so high five to all of you who have been here the whole year. Welcome to everyone who hasn't. I think there's like 10 people who have been here since the beginning. It was a very small group in the beginning, but we've grown considerably, which is a lot of fun. And yeah, we just read books. No, we don't really have one, honestly. We've read literally the gamut as far as book goes. We've read two sci-fi books. We read The Land of Stories, which is technically it's supposed to be like a YA novel, but it's so good. We read one of those Disney villain books that we thought was going to be a YA book and wasn't. Yes, we've read a memoir. Actually, we read 2 memoirs. We've read, no, I don't think so, Cass. We've read 2 romance books, 1 sci-fi romance book. Yeah, we've read a whole limit, a wild number of things. You could do the smoothie dance. We should design a slime for the book lovers. We did one when we read Meg Cabot's Enchanted book. We did one for that. All right, here we go. No, I don't. Don't worry. I'm happy to explain. I have no problem explaining. No. That's very sad, Nissa. Maybe not, but I'm definitely going to be doing, so after my book comes out and people have had a chance to read it, I will make slimes related to the stuff in my book because, yes, you are being blended. POV, you're being blended and these are the blades. Yes, that's right. There will be Prince of Oregon slimes after the book has been out about a month, so everyone has a chance to like understand the references. It won't make sense if I make them and you've not read the book yet. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't, you'll be like, I don't get it. But I have some really fun ideas for that as well. I do. All right. If the book does well enough, maybe we'll do a whole restock. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how well the book does. I am a little bit behind on editing, but I'm going to get a lot of editing done today. A lot of editing will be done today. I should add your book release to my calendar. So, you know what? I don't have an exact date yet. As soon as I get through this round of editing, I will be able to give Amazon an exact release date. I'm thinking sometime around February 12th is good. Because then I can get like the pre-release copies, like the cover is almost done, Liz. It's almost done. We need to plan this so I can read. Yeah, yes. It's going to be very fun. I promise. You're going to love all of it. All right. I am the one who is behind. I am behind on my editing. So, aw, February 12th is your anniversary. That's so cute. Maybe I need to make sure you get a copy before then since it's romance. I'm so excited to read the completed version. Yeah, there probably won't be too many changes from what you saw, Cindy, obviously, but I do know that there is the potential. I was talking to some people and there's the potential for maybe an epilogue that like buttons stuff up a little bit. Or there's one thing in the end that I need to tweak just a little bit to like make it more like clean. Liz knows what I'm talking about. So we'll see which way I decide to go with that. There's one of 2 ways that it could solve the issue. So we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. It's all good things, right? All good things. Yeah. Do you still do your Lime lives? I think you mean slime. If you mean slime, I literally did one yesterday. So, yes. Yes. I can only do so many before I get too tired. I've thought about it, Grace. I'm not gonna lie. I have thought about it. I've thought about like having downloadable insert chapters. I agree, Cindy. I understand why you would want to do that completely. I will make sure that you have a special copy, of course, because you will be in the thank yous. I've not been here very long and I'm so... Oh, thank you, Brittany. You've been here a while. Don't lie to yourself. You've been here a minute. She quit. She hates it now. Yes, this is no longer a slime channel. We don't make slime here. We only make oobleck. I don't know if you saw the video. It's been almost a year now since we switched over to Oobleck. Yeah, it would be funny, right? Like, hey, Becca, we were wondering where you were. So, of course you do. You're the first editor. My sister would be so proud. Well, I was thinking, like, for just Patreon, I could have just, like, downloadable individual insert chapters. I could be like, insert this if you want to after... Which one, Becca? If you want to after 15. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, I could do those kinds of things so that people could still have the regular book, but then if they wanted to insert little, like, bloop bloops, you know what I mean? I was thinking about that. Aw, what's the matter? Is he sticky pants? Sawyer, no. Little time buddy. I would... That's amazing, Cindy. I appreciate the add-on. All right, let's get to reading so that I can get to editing, because it is importante that I edit this book. It is necessary. We'll see. I have to finish the full regular thing first, right? And put that out for everybody's mom. He got super upset and cried on the way to school because he was cold. Oh no. I get it. I hate being cold too. He should move to California. He'll probably feel better here. Although it is a really gloomy day. Can you guys see how dark it is today? That was really an efficient way of doing that. Look at that. Where's the sun? Where's the sun? Oh, and Ellie sits there like this, right? Becca, after this live is over, remind me to send you a picture of how I think Ellie looks at her brothers. It is a picture of me and my sister from when we were younger. My sister, it's a Christmas picture. We were trying to take a Christmas card photo, and my sister is bawling her eyes out, and I'm like this. It's a very funny photo. Shouldn't be that funny, but it was a very funny picture. I mean, like, yeah. Okay, all right. I'll put it in. I'll put it on Patreon for everyone to enjoy. It's one of my family's favorite photos, like everyone, because it's so, she's like in hysterics. Like, she's like, ah, in the photo. And I'm like this. And my mom's like, what's wrong? It's very funny. Anyway, let's read chapter 13. Yes, the mug is all strawberries all the time. The Galaxy Queen. Yep, that's it, Becca. That's it. The twins stepped into the beam of light and re-entered the world of Connor's handwriting. The words, the universe, stretched around them, and before they knew it, they were floating through an endless galaxy. They were surrounded by thousands and thousands of stars. It was a breathtaking sight. The twins had never felt so small in their lives. All the gravity disappeared, and the weightlessness gave the twins a falling sensation in the pit of their stomachs that didn't go away. They moved their arms and legs and tried swimming through the emptiness, but there was absolutely nothing to swim against. Connor barely caught the corner of his binder before it floated out of reach, and he tucked it safely into his backpack with the flask of the portal potion. In the distance, Alex and Connor could see a large white planet with multicolored clouds, but they were still thousands of miles from its atmosphere. The planet looked delicious, like a large piece of candy floating in space. "What is that?" Alex asked. "That's Jawbreakeropolis," Connor said. "I had a sweet tooth when I wrote this story." It was difficult to make it out at first, but the twins saw a small light traveling towards the planet. It orbited around Jawbreakeropolis, and after the 8th or 9th rotation, it shot out a green laser that engulfed the planet. In a matter of seconds, Jawbreakeropolis shrunk and vanished from the universe. "What just happened?" Alex asked. Why did the planet disappear?" "It didn't disappear. It was uploaded," Connor explained. "That thing circling Jawbreakeropolis is the Basque 8, the Cyborg Queen's spaceship. She travels through the galaxy looking for habitable planets in other star systems, Goldilocks zone. When she finds a planet she likes, her spaceship uploads it into its hard drive, and then she takes it back to her home solar system." "What's a Goldilocks zone?" Alex asked. "It's the area of every solar system that's not too hot and not too cold to host life," Connor said. "That's actually what scientists call it. I swear, I'm not making this up." Why does the cyborg queen need so many planets? The cyborgs have outgrown their home planet and they need more room, he said. The queen travels with an army aboard her ship in case she runs into trouble, and we need to get aboard that Basque 8 and convince her to let us borrow her soldiers. Connor opened the binder and aimed the beam of light in all directions around him. Like a busted lighthouse to get the Basque 8's attention. It must have done the trick because the spaceship zoomed towards the twins. Within a few seconds, it was hovering just 100 yards away from them. The Basque 8 was the shape and size of a cruise ship. It was made from red steel and had wings like a plane. A cluster of satellites and antennas near the top made the spaceship look like it was wearing a crown. Whatever happens, just follow my lead, Connor told his sister. I'm not going to tell them I'm their creator. I learned my lesson after Starboardia, but I think I've got something up my sleeve that will work. You're the boss, Alex said. Large speakers stuck out of both sides of the Basque 8, and someone aboard spoke to the twins. The voice was very proper and sounded awfully familiar, but Alex couldn't tell who it reminded her of. Attention, unidentified life forms, the voice said. Please state your name, species, and home star system. I'm Connor Bailey, and this is Alex, he announced. We're humans from the Sycamore Drivius of the Willow Christianus system. What are you doing in the middle of space? The voice asked. Our spaceship was hijacked by orphanotics, Connor said. Would you mind giving us a lift back to our planet? Connor was confident that the tall tale would grant them admission to the Basque 8, and he gave Alex a thumbs up. She hoped whatever plan he had cooking was going to work. There was silence from the speakers as whoever on the other side considered the request. An enemy of the orphanotics is a friend of ours, the voice said. Please come aboard. A large compartment door opened and two steel claws reached out of the Basque 8 and plucked the twins from space like stuffed animals in an arcade prize machine. They were pulled into a large hangar where several smaller spaceships were kept. The Basque 8 had artificial gravity, so the twins hit the floor as soon as they entered. Poof! Once the compartment door was shut behind them, a pair of automatic doors on the other side of the hangar opened, and a lizard the size of a man walked in with two cyborgs on either side of him. The lizard had big yellow eyes and red slimy skin and wore a gray jumpsuit with several buttons. The cyborgs were half human, half robotic in a variety of combinations. Some were human with robotic arms and legs, others were split evenly down the middle, and they all wore red goggles and held guns with barrels that pulsated bright blue light. They also wore vests that monitored their heartbeat and or remaining battery percentage. Alex and Connor quickly got to their feet, and the cyborgs raised their weapons toward them. The lizard man cautiously looked the twins up and down. Neither Sycamore Drive nor the Willow Christian system are registered in the intergalactic database, the lizard man said with the same voice that they'd heard outside. I switched voices after I figured out who it was. What, Becca? I didn't. What is it? What is it? Did somebody hack my account? Oh, you scared me. I was like, what? Okay. Oh, Connor said. Well, that's because we hate solicitors. The lizard man stepped towards the twins to inspect them further. You're awfully young to be traveling through the universe by yourselves, the lizard man said. Were there more in your crew? Well, we had an android chaperone, but the orphanotics stole him too, Connor explained. Darn those filthy creatures. The lizard men nodded to the cyborgs and they lowered their weapons. I'm Commander Nutas, the lizard man said. Welcome to the Basque 8. You may remove your helmets. This ship is equipped with oxygen. The twins unscrewed their helmets and shook Commander Neuter's hand. Thank you so much for rescuing us, Connor said. We would have been goners if it weren't for you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your unfortunate encounter with the orphanotics, Neuter said. The Cyborg Queen has made many exhausting requests to the United Universe Council to ban them from our quadrant of the galaxy, but they just won't listen to her. What are the orphanotics? Alex asked, forgetting to go along with the story her brother was describing. They stole our ship so quickly I didn't get a good look at them. Well, they're a terrible species, Neuters explained. They destroyed their home planet and now they travel through the galaxy stealing resources from other star systems. But isn't that sort of what the Cyborg Queen does too? Alex asked. That's exactly what the United Universe Council said, Neuters said. Never mind that we would be happy to escort you to your home planet. Never mind that. We would be happy to escort you to your home planet. The Queen loves traveling to new star systems. I'm sure she'd be delighted to see Sycamore Drevius Wisterian crustacean. A loud alarm suddenly went off, startling the twins. The hangar was filled with flashing red lights. Commander Neuters and the cyborgs looked around in panic. Oh no, Neuters said. This is terrible. Oh, what's happening? Are we under attack? Alex asked. Worse, Neuters said. That alarm means the Queen has awoken from her charging slumber. She's always in a terrible mood if she doesn't get 20 full hours. I must get to the commander bridge before she arrives. Neuters and the cyborgs bolted through the automatic doors, and the twins ran after them. They ran through the spaceship, passing several hallways full of frantic, half-human, half-robotic men and women. The alarm was sounding even louder than it was outside the hangar, and was accompanied by a voice that repeated, "The Queen is awake! The Queen is awake! The Queen is awake!" They finally reached the commander bridge, and in the center of the ship, it was a wide room with a gigantic set of windows that had a view of the galaxy ahead. The walls were covered in screens with information about different parts of the spaceship, the Queen's location, and the universe around them. There were dozens of control stations scattered throughout the commander bridge like desks in a classroom. Each station was covered in hundreds of blinking buttons, dials, and levers. In preparation for the Cyborg Queen's arrival, the Cyborg crew throughout the commander bridge lubricated their joints, tightened their screws, polished their steels, covering their bodies. How close is she? Neuters asked the nearest cyborg. She is descending from her chambers now, Commander, the cyborg said. The levels of her emotion chip are off the charts. She must be upset about something. The cyborg pointed to the Queen's private elevator in the back of Commander Bridge. All the cyborgs stood at their control stations just as the elevator doors opened. There was a collective hiss as their mechanical bodies compressed into bows. Alex and Connor followed their example and bowed too. The Cyborg Queen was more robotic than anyone else aboard the Basque 8. She was only humanoid from the chest up, and even that was questionable. Her nose, chin, and most of her forehead were covered in metal plates. Her left eye was a camera lens, and instead of hair, her head was covered in wires that wove through a beehive of gears, like a film projector. On top of her head, above the wires and gears, was a steel crown, and the word Queen blinked on it, like the numbers on a digital alarm clock. The Queen had thin metal arms, and her steel body was shaped to look like she was wearing a gown. She had wheels instead of legs and rolled out of the elevator and onto Commander Bridge. The twins could tell that she was mad because her lens was twitching and a few of her wires snapped as she stuck straight up. Your Majesty, Commander Neuters said with a deep bow, we weren't expecting you to wake early. Did you have a restful charge? Someone left the gravity on my chambers. Someone left the gravity on in my chambers while I was charging, Queen Cyborg said sharply. Not only did it prevent me from a restful charge, but when I awoke, the human side of my face was puffy. With this, Alex realized why the Galaxy Queen was so familiar. She was embarrassed it had taken her this long for it to click. Without a doubt, the Cyborg Queen was based on Red Riding Hood. Commander Neuters was based on Froggy, and the Orphanotics were based on the orphans Red had despised. Basque 8 was a clever play on basket, and the Cyborg Queen's passion for collecting planets was based on Red's passion for real estate. You didn't, Alex said to her brother. Connor knew exactly what she was referring to by her smile. Yeah, I did, he smiled back. The Cyborg Queen rolled through the command bridge and glared at her cyborg crew, waiting for one of them to step forward. Well, she said, someone better claim responsibility or I'll take away battery privileges from the entire ship. The smallest cyborg in Commander Bridge became so nervous he began short-circuiting. Sparks flew out of his mechanical neck and his head started spinning. He felt his metal knees and fell to his metal knees and pleaded for forgiveness.
I'm so sorry, Your Majesty, the small cyborg said. I was inspecting the artificial gravity generator and forgot to adjust the pressure in your chambers. The queen cyborg rolled her human eye and her lens pointed upward. Commander Neuters, please have this cyborg restarted before he catches fire, she ordered, and have him reprogrammed to remember the priorities of his assignments. Yes, ma'am, Neuters said and nodded to the cyborg soldiers. Take him to the upgrade center. Against the small cyborg's will, the soldiers escorted him out of Commander Bridge. The cyborg queen rolled to the center of the room, and the bottom half of her body transformed into a throne. The cyborg crew took it as a cue to be seated at their own stations. Was Jawbreaker-opolis uploaded successfully? The cyborg queen asked. Yes, Your Majesty, Nuda said. It's been safely added to the hard drive, and it will be a wondrous addition to your home system. Well, then why are we still in this solar system? The queen asked. Shouldn't we be in Gumdropopia by now? Oh, well, we were en route to the next planet when we answered a distress call, Neuters informed her. A distress call? The cyborg queen asked. From whom? Neuters cleared his throat and gestured to the twins and for them to come stand beside him. Alex and Connor cautiously approached Neuters and the cyborg queen. Her lens popped several inches out of her head to examine them. Who are you? She asked. Hello, your electronicness, Connor said. My name is Connor, and this is my sister, Alex. We are human beings from Sycamore Drivius of the Willow Crustacean system. The cyborg queen squinted her human eye at them. I've never heard of such places, she said. What are you doing in this part of the galaxy? Well, we were stranded and left for dead after our ship was stolen by the Orphanautics, Alex said. Your commander kindly saved our lives and brought us aboard. The mention of the Orphanautics' name infuriated the cyborg queen. 2 exhaust pipes shot out of her shoulders and steam erupted from them. I hate Orphanautics, she yelled. I'll admit that there are a few alien species I can stomach, that the Orphanautics are extra terrible extraterrestrials. I've begged the United Universe Council to do something about it, but they refuse. They have the audacity to tell me collecting planets is no different from the destruction of those scoundrels. But I don't steal resources from other planets. I just move them to a better neighborhood. Connor waited for the cyborg queen to let off all her steam before he said another word. You know, the Orphanautics aren't allowed in our solar system, he said. They were kicked out eons ago. If you wouldn't mind giving us a ride back to Sycamore Drivius, we would love to give you a tour of Willow Crustacean system. No Orphanautics, you say? The queen asked. Perhaps I should move my planets to your system. What type of star does Willow Crustacean revolve around? White dwarf, blue dwarf, yellow dwarf, red giant? I like knowing I at least have 200 billion years left in a new system before I make a big commitment. Connor wasn't sure how to answer. It's a 7th dwarf, he said. Yep, 7 white dwarfs from the Milky Snow White galaxy combined into one, and boom! Willow Crustacean system was formed! Yeah. The cyborg queen nodded as she gave it some thought. She'd never heard of stars combining in such a matter, but the impossibility intrigued her. I'd like to see this Willow Crustacean, she said. We'd be delighted to give you a lift back to your home planet. Unfortunately, there are a few stops we need to make along the way. There are a handful of planets that I need to inspect and collect before the Orphanautics get to them. I hope you don't mind waiting. Yeah, no worries, Connor said. We'd be happy to accompany you. Marvelous, the queen said. Commander Neuters, please take us to Gumdropopia. Full speed to Gumdropopia, Neuters ordered the crew. The cyborgs went to work pressing buttons at their control stations. The Basque 8 shot through the galaxy at light speed. The powerful jerk almost knocked Alex over and she screamed. The cyborg queen gave her a funny look. Surely this wasn't her first time experiencing light speed? She doesn't get out much, Connor said. The Basque 8 whisked through the stars and then slowed down as it approached the new planet. Gumdropopia was a bright orange and covered with snowy mountain ranges. The spaceship orbited the planet and information about Gumdropopia loaded on the screens and in the commander bridge. A detailed hologram of the planet appeared in front of the cyborg queen's throne. Gumdropopia, Neuters read from a screen. It has a diameter of 3,478 miles. Surface temperatures range from negative 90 degrees to positive 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Atmosphere is made of helium. Currently, there is no life on the planet, but 40% of it is habitable for cyborg populations. Wow, it would be perfect for a ski resort that I've been itching to build, the cyborg queen said. Definitely upload this planet. A green laser shot out of Basque 8 and surrounded Gumdrop Appia. Just like Jawbreakeropolis had, the orange planet shrank and disappeared from the universe. The words, "Upload complete," appeared on the screen of the commander bridge. The upload was successful, Your Majesty, Neuter said. Splendid! Please proceed to the next planet, the cyborg queen ordered. The Basque 8 raced through the galaxy in a different direction, crossover Whiskey Ridge. Great. That's funny. It's a good joke. It's a great joke, even. The Basque 8 raced through the galaxy in a different direction and arrived at the next planet. It was green and had white clouds spiraling through its atmosphere. Whatever sweet tooth Connor had when he wrote this story was contagious, and suddenly Alex had a strong craving for candy. Minute? Oh, Mintune, Neuters read from the screen. It has a diameter of 54,632 miles. Surface temperatures range from 5 degrees to 203 degrees Fahrenheit. Atmosphere is made up of sulfuric gases. The planet is home to an alien species known as the gas whales, but only 5% is habitable for cyborg population. Pass, the cyborg queen said. 5% isn't worth an upload, and I loathe neighbors. Proceed to the next planet. The queen was served a hot oil in a teacup as the Basque 8 traveled through space to the next planet. However, when the spaceship arrived, they found nothing but a field of crunchy-looking asteroids. Oh dear, Neuter said. It appears Granolia was hit by a comet, and this is all that remains. Shall we continue ahead, Your Majesty? At first, the cyborg queen slouched in disappointment, but her attitude quickly changed when an exciting idea popped into her head. The twins knew that she had an idea because a light bulb was flashing out of the top of her crown. You know, our solar system could use a belt, the queen said. I'll play the asteroids and we'll place them between Blausuria and Skirtinia when we get home. The cyborg crew did as they were told and proceeded to the next stop. The back-to-back lightning speed was making Alex a little nauseated. The subsequent planet was russet-colored and had a rocky surface. Newtfugius, Neuters read from the screen. It has a diameter of 2,779 miles. Surface temperatures range from 50 degrees to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Atmosphere is very thin and made of carbon monoxide. 56% of the planet is habitable for cyborg life. Newtfugius once hosted an alien species known as the desert ferrets, but they are extinct. Wonderful, the cyborg queen said. I love a good dry heat. Upload this one. Once again, the Basque 8 crew followed their queen's instructions. When the upload was finished, the spaceship zipped across the galaxy to the location of the following planet. Alex pulled her brother aside as they traveled. How much longer until we ask the cyborg queen to borrow her army? Alex asked. Soon, Connor said. There's only one more Goldilocks zone left with a planet that the queen is going to go nuts over. We're going to help her upload it in exchange for the use of the cyborg soldiers. Did you intentionally base a story about a queen who steals things from a Goldilocks zone on Red Riding Hood? Alex asked. I can't decide if it's brilliant or brutal. Oh man, I never thought about that, Connor said. Red is going to kill me if she ever finds this out. The Basque 8 arrived at the next planet. It was purple with turquoise rings and by far the most beautiful of all the planets they had visited so far. The cyborg queen was enchanted by it. Her throne transformed back into a gown and she rolled over to the hologram to take a closer look at this majestic world. What is the name of this beauty? She asked. Lollipopagus, Your Majesty. Neuters read from the monitor. It has a diameter of 3,099 miles. Surface temperatures range from 25 degrees to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Atmosphere is made of pure oxygen, and 90% of the planet is habitable for cyborg life. Bye, Balance. See you later. I think it's Danny, right? Pretty sure you're Danny. I love it. It's meant to be, the cyborg queen said and clasped her metal hands together. Upload it immediately. I'll share Jawbreakeropolis, Gumdropia, and Nutfudgius with the cyborgs at home, but I want Lollipopagus for myself. The green laser engulfed the purple planet, but as Commander Nudis read more information about Lollipopagus, a grave expression came over his red face. The commander bolted to a control station and pulled a red lever to abort the mission. What are you doing? The queen demanded. Forgive me, your majesty, but I just read some troubling information, Neuter said. 1,000 years ago, scientists from another planet sent a vial of insects to Lollipopagus to see if they would sustain life. The high oxygen levels on the planet's atmosphere made the insects grow to enormous size, and now they dominate the planet. If we upload Lollipopagus, it would likely mean uploading thousands of tiny viruses into our hard drive. The entire ship would crash. The flashing light bulb reappeared above the cyborg queen's crown. Can't we just send the army to Lollipopagus to terminate the insects? She asked desperately. The Commander Neuter shook his head. The Basque 8 has been traveling for so long it doesn't have enough power to charge the soldiers' batteries. The queen's light bulb went off again. Can't they use their solar panels to charge their battle batteries? She asked. Commander Neuters gulped. That would only work while the soldiers were on the surface, but most of the insects live in the colonies underground, he explained. All the cyborgs knew that their queen wouldn't take the news well, so they dived under their control stations. The cyborg queen was so mad that the light bulb above her crown burst, and fiery blasts erupted from her exhaust pipes. 4 robot legs wearing boots emerged from her steel gown and stomped the floor. Tears rolled from her human eye and oil dripped from her lens. All I want is every inhabitable planet within a 1 trillion-mile radius. It's not like I'm asking for the world, the cyborg queen lamented. Everyone, put your brains and AI chips together. There's got to be something that we can do. Once the fiery blast had finished, Connor stepped towards the cyborg queen and tapped her on the exhaust pipe. Alex had no clue what her brother was up to. Excuse me, your mechanicalness, but I might have a solution, he said. You see, my sister and I just happen to be the children of the best exterminator in the galaxy. We are? Alex asked. Yes, we are, Connor said and sent her a dirty look. Meteor magazine gave our father 4.5 nebulas out of 5 in their review, and the Alien Voice gave him 3 appendages up. Those are the most popular publications in Willow Christian system. Love a good tap on the exhaust pipe. That was pretty good, right? The cyborg queen's eye and lens darted between Alex and Connor. Her eyebrows turned into windshield wipers and cleared the tears off her face. So the 2 of you could exterminate all the insects on the planet for me? The queen asked hopefully. We could, Connor said, lowering his head dramatically. You've already been so kind to us by offering us transportation back to our planet. I hate to ask you for another favor in exchange for terminating the insects, but there is something else that my sister and I could use your help with. The cyborg queen wanted Lollipopagus so badly she was willing to strike whatever bargain it took to get it. That's quite all right. Just tell me what you have in mind. Well, it's not for us. It's for our friends, Connor explained. They live on a really small planet called Fairytalopia in Storybooking Galaxy, and their planet has recently been invaded by a savage race known as the Literarium Villianus. Bless you, Alex said. Connor ignored his sister. The Literarium Villianus are twice as bad as the Orphanautics and 10 times more powerful. The worst part is Fairytalopia has no way of defending itself. That sounds terrible, the cyborg queen said. Yeah, it is, Connor said. But nothing that your cyborg army couldn't help with. If my sister and I exterminate the insects on Lollipopagus, would you lend us your soldiers to help our friends fight the Literarius Villianus? It wasn't every day that the cyborg queen was asked to lend out her army. However, it wasn't every day that she came upon their planet of her dreams either. She turned to the hologram of Lollipopagus and stroked it with her metal hand. Fine, the cyborg queen said. Wipe that planet clean of insects, and I will let you use my cyborg army to save Fairy Tilapia. Connor shook her metal hand appreciatively. Thank you so much, your engineeredness, he said. We couldn't be more grateful. Right, Alex? Yeah, sure. Grateful, she said unenthusiastically. Sure, the cyborg queen said. Commander Neuters, please see that the humans from Sycamore Drivius have everything they need for their extermination plan. I'm going to go to my chambers now to finish my charge. Please see that the gravity is turned off and wake me up when the extermination is over. Yes, your majesty, Neuter said with another deep bow. The cyborg queen rolled into her private elevator and ascended through the ship. Alex yanked her brother aside. Bugs, she said. That's your plan? We're going to kill bugs in exchange for the soldiers? Oh, come on, Connor said. We'll get to travel to another planet and shoot at some overgrown pets. It'll be fun. It'll be like we're in a video game. Alex shook her head. She could not believe that she had gone into this situation willingly. There weren't many times when Alex was convinced that she and her brother were from different planets, but this just about proved it. Commander Neuters, Connor said happily, lead the way. They're going to a scary planet. It's full of bugs.
Spooky.
Buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun, and I think them on the planet will be fun as well. All right, friends. I'm going to go to editing land. I will see you all next time. Yes, I also love this series. Anya, you need to do the catch-up because the Cyborg Queen needs to be your Halloween costume this year. You will understand why when you hear the original description of her, but that is your Halloween costume for 2024. You have to, and you need to start building it now. So I'm gonna go upload all of these for you all, and I will see you all later. Have a great day, guys.